In this video, we're going to talk about maintenance techs and creating essentially the perfect work order as a maintenance tech. So here you can see the view that actually a property manager has in AppFolio of a service request, a work order, 9048 in this case. What we're going to do is we're going to view it as a maintenance tech. And this will give us the view that all maintenance tech sees when they're processing work orders. In this case, this is a completed work order, but I'm going to walk through all of the steps a maintenance tech needs to take in order to get it to this completed status. So in this work order, we can see, of course, that we've got an address, we have information on the tenant, the details here are important, we do have permission to enter, and some information on the priority as well as when it was created. In addition, there is a description and some vendor instructions. So here we're dealing with a heater that's not working, and we've got a little bit of information on where the key is located and whether we're okay to enter. So maintenance tech has been assigned a work order. They have all the information here in front of them. They go out to the property, in this case to assess a heater issue. What do they do next? They must input their hours. This is critical for the process to work correctly and smoothly on all the steps. The first thing to do is to input your hours. So in this case, you simply click hours, and hopefully you're putting in your hours the day you completed the task, so you're not having to, in this case, change the date. I highly suggest you do this at the end of each day. However, if that doesn't happen, you'll obviously have to update the date here to show when when it is that you went to the property. So you can click this arrow here and a calendar pops up and will allow you to pick the day that that you worked. Perhaps this was done on a Friday. And then it's very simple. You went there, let's say at 10 a.m. It took you till 12 p.m. to complete. The hours are done automatically. It does the calculation for you. And then you have this description section. The description section must be left blank. This is a section for the accounting group to use. The only exception to this is if you believe this is overtime work. In that case, you can write overtime. And that's the only time a maintenance tech is putting in a description in these hours. There's another area that we're going to talk about here in a moment about notes. This is not where you put that information. It's just the hours worked. So we leave it blank in this case. This is not overtime. We're going to hit submit hours, and then that will populate the amount of hours for us. In this case, I'm not going to write that because I didn't actually work those hours. So I'll hit cancel. Next thing, every time you put in some hours, what did you do? So the next step is notes. So you're going to go into here, you're going to click into notes. This brings up a new page that has a section for you to add some notes. So in this case, let's just say, fixed pilot light that was out. Heater is now working. Okay, there you go. That's pretty much it. It doesn't have to be a novel. It certainly doesn't have to be even a paragraph. Just a few sentences on what you did in that period of time. And then for every note, we need a picture. Okay, not just the note in words. We also need a picture. I understand that this may seem excessive, but trust me, we've found many times where the picture has helped us in discussions with the owner, even in discussions with legal. So please, 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 every note that is put in there, put in a picture as well. In addition, there should be, in most cases, more than one note. If the project is one that has multiple steps. Let's say you're fixing some steps that lead into a house or into an apartment. You want to take a before picture. Here are what the steps look like now. They're broken. And then, maybe intermediate, if there's a lot of work that's getting done. Here's some progress of the work and a picture. And then here's the final product and a picture. Okay, this doesn't have to be done for a 1-hour job, even a 2-hour job. But when jobs start to stretch 6, 8, or definitely jobs that are multiple days, we need multiple notes and multiple pictures. So I'll delete this here. And let's just have a look. So we actually have a couple of notes. So this talks about the thermostat had some wires that were poorly secured. I'm sorry, had to be properly secured. So they were fixed there. And there's even an image. We can have a look at that. It may take a moment or two to download, so we don't need to wait for that necessarily. And then here it talks about actually the pilot had to be relit. And it's very, having the date here, a date stamp that it's working and when it was working is helpful. So actually the picture is now. So this is just a picture of the thermostat. Perfectly fine. It shows, look, I had to get into the thermostat and here's what it looked like. So there you go. Those are your notes and those are your pictures. And now if that's done, if everything is complete, you can mark work done. All right. And once you click that, it's a signal to the property manager that you've done your job. It's a signal to accounting that this job can be billed, and the process from the maintenance tech position is complete. It's probably worth a quick phone call or email to your property manager to tell them that this has been complete, and then they will see it in their list of work orders as work completed. This work order will drop off of your list as a maintenance tech. And that's it. That's how to complete a work order for a maintenance tech from your computer. In another video, we're going to talk about how to do that from your phone.